Hey folks, Duke does. Welcome back to my channel. I just wanted to touch base with you all, let you know what's going on, touch on a few things in regards to the channel, and some things that are on my mind here lately. And the first thing I want to touch on is YouTube in general, and what's been going on with YouTube and how it has affected my channel. Now, here recently, YouTube has put the feelers out there and told people that they're going to start cleaning up YouTube and making it more family friendly. I have no problem with that. I really don't. Here's my problem though. As a result of them doing that, they deemed my channel as violent because I teach people how to defend themselves. And so therefore they consider that violent. So they've stopped monetizing my videos. Well, I'm okay with that because they ain't paying me a whole lot to make videos. I get very little revenue for what I do, and that's fine. My problem is it should be left up to the viewer if what I put out there is violent or not. YouTube seems to think that you, the viewer, don't know well enough to know what's good or bad. So they're making that decision for you. And let me tell you something, that's not good. That concerns me on many levels because another issue that's come up is net neutrality. And what that means is the government is going to start controlling what you can and can't see on the internet. And YouTube is kind of falling in line with that because it smells kind of the same. Because let's say the government controls what you can and can't see. That means certain websites you're banned from going to. Imagine this with a country like North Korea or China, where their internet is basically limited by what the government will let you see. They don't want you to know anything about religion. They don't want you to know anything about politics. They only want you to know what they think you should know. Can you imagine living in a place like that? That's that. And not only that, put it in this perspective. If you're a parent, let's say your child has a report due, and he's got to do some research on the report, or whatever the topic may be. And he goes to get on the computer to look for that topic. Let's just say that, I'll give an example. Like for me in high school, I had to do a book report on Adolf Hitler. Now can you imagine if the government controlled the internet or a company controlled the internet, and your child goes to get on the computer to see what there is about Adolf Hitler, he's banned from viewing it. You try to get on there and see if you can find it. You're banned from watching it, looking at anything as well. Does that seem like a free country to you? It doesn't. And so what I'm asking you to do as far as net neutrality goes, contact your local congressman or senator. Let them know that net neutrality is bad for the internet. Big Brother does not need to be dipping his fingers in internet. Worry about the government. Quit trying to run every aspect of our lives. So let your congressman and senator know that you don't want that. You know, leave the internet as it is. As for YouTube, you know, come up with a rating system. You know, let the viewer decide if that's good or bad for themselves or their children. That is all I'm asking. I don't care if I get paid for my videos or not. But I will point out something that doesn't make sense. You demonetize people who talk about guns. You demonetize people who curse. And you demonetize people who teach martial arts or teach people how to fight. Okay, but here's where the but comes in. You allow certain YouTubers, Markiplier, PewDiePie, Dashy Games, Matthias, you still allow them to curse and also use innuendos and puns that, for me as an adult, I can figure out and know exactly what they're saying. And you're trying to make it family friendly, but you're still allowing these people to get away with doing what you're not allowing me and other people to do. So there's kind of like a double standard there. So if you're going to demonetize me for teaching people how to defend themselves, then I think you should demonetize people like Markiplier, Dashy Games for saying curse words. Because curse words aren't family friendly. Anyway, I'll get off that topic because it really does chap my hide that there's a double standard as far as that goes. Okay, whatever. Okay, now on to other things. Now, today I've got a video planned for one of my students. I'm going to go ahead and post it on my channel because I want to show people what it takes to create a new style or a new fighting art and what process I go through as far as coming up with new techniques or making changes to what I already have. And the student that I'm working with, he comes from a Chinese Kung Fu background like me, but his brand of Kung Fu and his view on the martial arts are a little bit different from mine, and that kind of, in a way, makes it a little bit neater, and I want to see what we're going to come up with. So we're going to try to synthesize some of our martial arts knowledge into something that might work. And so I want to show how we're going to go through that process. And a lot of people don't share this, but in order to grow as a martial artist and grow as a person, one of the best ways to go about that is sharing ideals with people who are like-minded. And I'm excited about that because he has knowledge of things that I've always wanted to learn, and I've got things in my back pocket that he wants to learn. And by us sharing that knowledge and really focusing on what this could become makes us both grow in ways that we never expected. And so I'm really, really looking forward to that. And in this video, I'll be focusing on Indonesian jurus because I've always wanted to learn Silat. And I have learned a little, but not enough to really know a lot about the system. Well, he has kind of more of a background in that than I do. So by me sharing my Bak Mei with him and him sharing his knowledge of Silat, there's something we might come up with. There's some other styles that are going to get thrown in there, but it's something that I like, and I love Southeast Asian martial arts. I wish I had learned a lot more of it. I mean, yes, I've got almost 10 years worth of Filipino martial arts knowledge in me, but it was kind of limited to begin with because the style that I studied, it was merged with others. So some of the fine some of the finer things within the art I kind of missed out on, and so I've had to kind of go in a way of a journey of self discovery for myself, as far as watching YouTube videos, reading books, talking to other teachers, and kind of just learning more about the things that I myself enjoy doing. And two of those are Southeast martial arts and Korean martial arts. And when people think of Korean martial arts, they just think of Taekwondo, but there's a whole world of many different Korean martial arts, same as Filipino martial arts. There's a huge dichotomy of so many different things in those two specific styles that I could go on forever just studying those. But I know that there's a lot more out there, and believe you me, I've done the gamut of learning many different systems. And now that I'm in my 40s and 50s, it's really nice to go back, look at what I've done, and add more stuff to it. And like in the realm of Korean martial arts, for me, coming from a Chinese style background as far as Kung Fu, I wanted to kind of research more of the more Chinese influenced Korean martial arts. Because when you get into Taekwondo, they're more influenced by Japanese styles. Like, for example, the founder of Budokan was a student of Gishin Funakoshi. His system is based on Shotokan karate. There's also elements of Shido-ryu karate in it as well. So, that's all well and good, but for me, I want to know more about systems like Shipao-gi, Sun Mudo, there's Kichun. Kichun is the Korean word for Qigong. And it's more of an internal style, and it's another one that I've been interested in, and I hope I get to learn more about that in the future as well. That's what I love about being a martial artist, is the journey is never over. Just because you attain a black belt doesn't mean your journey ends. There's always a path you still continue on, whether it be in the art that you've been in all your career, or you're wanting to add things to it, and you're starting to see a lot more than that in regards to MMA. You're seeing a lot of mixing going on, which is good and bad, because I'm also to a degree a traditionalist. So, some elements of martial arts I'd like to see preserved. I know I'm doing a lot of rambling, and I'm sorry. It's just when I get on a topic like martial arts, I go and go and go and go, and I can't shut up. I'm the same way about history. You get me on history, and I'll go and go and go and go. That's just how I am. But anyway, folks, I appreciate taking the time to watch this video. Thank you for not only watching this video, but others as well. If you're not a subscriber, please click that subscribe button. And if you want a notification of when I post videos, click that little bell icon, and you'll be the first to be notified. And please do not be afraid to comment on any of my videos. I appreciate any feedback that you may have or questions you may have, so please don't be afraid. Give me a shout. I'll be glad to answer it. Folks, you have a great day and a great week as well. This is Duga Does saying do good and deuces. Bye, y'all.